Same guy, different time. We're doing the Fertile Fireside Chat. We're talking about everything fertility. I think we're going to go about mm, 40 to 60 minutes. We'll see. Cheryl, how you doing? Again, the Fertile Fireside Chat. We're talking about everything fertility for the next hour. You have questions on fertility related to fertility, right? IVF, IUI, insemination, recurrent pregnancy loss, endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, all related to why you're suffering from being infertile, right? Pug, Castro Racing, good morning. Lady Olivia, Liz Carmen, good morning. Dietz, 5249. Let's see, no thank you. Let's see, Daphne, probiotics for kefir from kefir and yogurt. I'm not a probiotics fan at all. I always say you want to stay away from fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, nuts, probiotics, and prebiotics. They're deadly. Huntington Beach, California. Kiltz is from LA and Newport Beach, California. All right, we're on the Fertile Fireside Chat. Let's see, who do we have here? Oh, Josie, good morning. The Fertile Fireside Chat, seeing my fertility. I don't know. We've got some challenges in setting it up, right? But we're here, right? Lady Olivia, how you doing? Renee Harper, egg retrieval on Tuesday, but none of my eggs fertilized. Earl Grey and arrows. Can I do to keep that from happening? Look at that. Might be something we need to add is the there's some things we can do that might help, but most of all, are you carnivore, keto, omnitrope, human growth hormone may be helpful, and those are some things that may be helpful in all of that. And I'd be glad to do a phone with you. 315-416-9872. Put you on my list later this week and go over things. Egg sperm donors to wish to be able to be known, see my donor program. Well, ultimately, we can add that. Ultimately, it's all going to change in the world because of genetic testing. All of it is a known world, but we do them as anonymous because getting donors that automatically you want to know who they are, that's a challenge, right? Extremely tired after a transfer. Yes, get some rest. After an egg retrieval, embryo transfer, it is normal to be tired. Do the naps. PCOS, Castro Racing, PCOS diagnosis, 4 failed embryo transfers, PGD tested. Have you had a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy for endometriosis? Number one. Are you doing keto carnivore? Add the fat, reduce or eliminate the plants for sure. And a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, I think is over. And if you have PCOS, metformin may be helpful. Let's see. There was one other thing, but my brain's not bringing it to. Haven't seen in a while. Down 40 pounds. Lucky, awesome, amazing. Jessica Schultz, metformin. Take berberine. I don't know about berberine. I'll have to look that one up. I'm not. I'll check it out. But yeah, maybe. Inositol is another one that people will take for sure. Let's see, 36 now, and I'm afraid that I don't have enough time to have one child. How likely is it to have twins? Is that possible? It is possible. Let's see, Carmel, but it's still great. Again, plenty of women at 36 have 3 to 4 babies on their own. So don't give up. Yes. ERA receptiva, histro. Let's see, hysteroscopy, laparoscopy. You can't forget the laparoscopy. My team also often forgets laparoscopy. So you got to get that in there, right? Between straight carnivore and ketovore. Well, you can do keto. A keto diet is basically high fat, low to no sugar. Let's just say it's high fat as a keto, and intermittently fasting goes along with, or feasting, I call it, as keto. It means you have a high fat, low sugar environment, where carnivore is you eat meat. And so that's the simple approach to that. Eat meat, be the master. And so a meat-based diet in general is keto for sure, right? Inositol, but Dr. Banerjee prescribed metformin, but I'm worried about side effects. I'm not a metformin fan. Banerjee and Corley like metformin. Go carnivore, do inositol, and go fasting. That's the best one. But yeah, they like it. I'll give it if people want it. Producing sperm. Jasmine, husband is not producing sperm. He needs a biopsy to see if there's sperm there. Add Clomid and HCG. They may be helpful for sure. again, and came out of the hot tub also. He should be a carnivore. She should be a carnivore. We all should be carnivores. That's the very best way to do this, right? Struggling as I'm gaining weight and I don't need to do that. I'm starting my second week. You're going to gain some weight. Gaining weight is what the human body wants you to be, is fat. You want to go, you want to fast. That's the very best way. But eat steak and eggs, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, intermittently feasting and salt. That'll help a lot. Look at my keto magazine and the carnivore guide. They're both really great. Josie, good morning. Sarah, good morning. 300 million sperm to zero in a month. Bad labs, Desiree. I'd repeat, that's one of those is wrong. That's radical. And is he on testosterone? Men, if you're on testosterone, you can add HCG. That'll help, or get off the testosterone for sure. Let's see. Omnitrope bad for women with endo? I don't think so. It may help. Dr. D. Woody, hello, my friend. How you doing? Too many organs cause purine levels. Organs or oranges. Organs. I focused on ribeye steak, fatty meat, eggs, bacon, butter, cream. That's it for Kiltz. I stay away from too much lean meat, and certainly, and I do my liver a few times a week, not every day. You don't need it, right? Let's see. Shopping, mom. How you doing, my friend? Husband isn't producing sperm, and you get a testicular biopsy and get some genetic testing. Make sure he doesn't have cystic fibrosis, right? Do you recommend endometrio for first FET? Endometrium, maybe? Always, let's see. Always doing autoimmune protocols. Carol Eva Talisi. I pretty much do an immune protocol, at least a 2 or 3, sometimes 4 with IVIG and Humira. That can be very helpful. Let's see. Montreal, bonjour. Scott, how you doing? He's taking Clomid HCG. Get a biopsy. Something sounds off for sure, and repeat them for sure. Let's see. Trio. I'm not sure what the trio is. Is that the endometrium, the progesterone oil? Give me another question on that one. ERA, but also checks for fluor. Oh, yes. The Emma Alice and ERA. I don't, again, I think the scratch is good to help with implantation. I automatically treat with the antimicrobial, Levaquin, Flagyl, Valtrex, and Diflucan. I think those help because I think bacteria and yeast and microbes are the cause of all of our diseases. So I think you can do that, but I would do the antimicrobial and the autoimmune protocol for sure, or the immunologic protocol. Immune protocols 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you get the new family building guide, but I don't have a copy with me here, but go online to Dr.Kiltz or CNY Fertility. Chris Dog Lady, how you doing? Let's see, uric acid level 7.4. Again, a lot of people have high uric acid levels and it doesn't matter. They have no problems because they have no inflammation or low inflammation. So it's not as critical, but eat the fat, stay away from the fiber, fruits, vegetables, seeds, or nuts, and lean meat is deadly for us. Diane Bolig, good morning. The endometrio is just another brand name, I guess. Right on. A way to do more natural IVF with less medication. Absolutely, Ohio Carnivore. We do natural, we just a trigger shot or letrozole and a trigger shot or Clomid and letrozole and a trigger shot without all the drugs. It'll minimize the meds, maximize the one embryo transfer, and do day 3s. That's it, right? Should I have done? Josie, let's see, basic testing I should have at my local clinic before initial consultation. Hysterosalpingogram, semen analysis, ultrasound, saline sonogram, and do your basically a blood count, do a CBC, do a metabolic panel, look at your hemoglobin A1C, LH, FSH, AMH, prolactin. You can throw in a DHEA level and a testosterone. Those are good also. And visualize that I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a parent, I'm having a baby. That's as simple as that. But if you go to our website, we have a list of those things, and we'll be glad to send it to you. Also, natural IVF, absolutely, we do those. Can you do Kiltz carnivore while pregnant? Just Shanice. Yes, absolutely. Kiltz carnivore is the life of or, right? Kiltz's carnivore is a life of carnivore, and hardcore carnivore, like my good friend Ken Berry. All right. What would you suggest to someone who's lost 5 embryos the last year without success after doing advanced protocols and natural transfers? Have you had a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy? Are you doing carnivore? Are you doing the immune 3 or 4 protocol? Or sometimes you might need a gestational carrier, but never, ever, ever, ever give up. That's the most important part. Don't give up on this journey, right? Do not give up at all. Right on. Let's see. Kiltz carnivore while pregnant. Yes, you can. Right on. 50 years young. Can I transfer 2 embryos? Potentially, yes. Fine sketch. Yes, yes, yes. Chris Dog Lady, sir, eating raw liver good or bad? It's good, but I don't eat it all every day. I focus on ribeye steak. Raw is rare. I like it black and blue. That's the very best way. All right. Natural killer cells. Let's see. Carlissimone. Do I have Carlassimone? Yes, the NK cells. They're everywhere, and measuring may be done. You could measure them, but it's not required to measure them because we're going to treat you with prednisone, with lipids, Lovenox, aspirin in many cases to reduce inflammation and maximize your implantation. Don't forget, the ERA could be helpful, but it's the scratch probably more helpful, and the laparoscopy for looking for endometriosis, PGTA and BGTM. One, they're very similar. Some are looking for aneuploidy, just a general look, and others looking for specific things. And the some people have boy, my brain is has to think about this in 1 second. I apologize, but the also if again it's a screening test for general aneuploidy, and looking for translocations is another one. So the general screening, PGT testing, aneuploidy, and looking for other general testing for the embryos. Again, do you have aneuploidy, or are they all euploidy, or are they all normal? And you have a translocation. You have to look at your own blood to identify whether or not you or your partner may contain a translocation. And many people have translocations and still has babies, by the way. Do we need to do both? You don't need to do both, but you should get chromosome testing on the sperm source and the egg source before you do genetic testing of an embryo, in my opinion, and look at the long 500 gene disorders in both the sperm and the egg source for sure. And when you're doing an embryo transfer, if you're doing it for gender, make sure the sheet says this is the male or female embryo and which embryo it was. So before the embryologist and the doctor is doing the transfer, the doctor or the practitioner, get the sheet that shows that this has your name on it, and it also says which embryo is being transferred before you do the transfer, by the way. How do you decide which type of FET cycle to do? Carol Eva. In general, I recommend the medicated, which is estrogen, then progesterone, and or a letrozole or Clomid and a trigger shot, or even a natural cycle where you're monitoring your ovulation predictor. But in general, medicated is their first line, then a modified natural letrozole, Clomid, trigger shot, or a natural where you're doing the ovulation predictor kits. Those are helpful. Let's see. Carmelise, 45 years young and 5 weeks positive with my first child. Oh my God. Possible. Stay positive. Everything is possible. Never give up. At least, again, you want to change. I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a parent. You want to start eating at least keto, but you want to think about carnivore if you possibly can, and eat less frequently, add more fat. That's critical in all of our lives, right? All right. What would you suggest to someone who's lost 5 emmers in the last year without success after doing advanced protocols, natural? Laparoscopy, hysteroscopy. You got to do both. The anti-immunologic protocol, the antimicrobial protocol, and the antihistamine protocol, or think about a gestational carrier as another one, by the way. NK cells are just measures of inflammation, by the way. We all have inflammation, lots of inflammation for sure in all of us, right? 20, let's see, 45, don't give up. How come I always hear Mediterranean diet is the best and no red meat? Well, because they are marketing the Mediterranean diet. They have more money to market, right? The carnivore, keto carnivore is the way. Mediterranean, again, why? Again, plants are the killers. And most people don't understand that plants are the killers. It's so simple, right? Let's see. Carmelise, I also have blocked tubes, type 2 diabetes. Any suggestion how I can increase my chance for fertility? It's simple. You want to go carnivore. You want to eliminate the plants. Plants cause all the inflammation, and they cause diabetes, and they're the birth control and the abortion pill. That's as simple. When you make these tests, when you make these changes, it is rock solid. Amazing. Amazing, right? We're missing my Dr.Kiltz Facebook channel today for Malcolm didn't set it up, but we're going to get it set up tomorrow on our next one. By the way, use ghee. I prefer pure butter, French butter, salted, really great butter, right? Spotting during priming month. Yeah, that's normal during priming. You may also remember, besides the laparoscopy, you can do a 2-month treatment of the endometriosis medical protocol, which is basically adding the medical protocol is adding Orilissa, Lupron, or Myfembree is another one. All right, my husband has 0 sperm. What would you suggest for him? Well, I would start with an epididymal aspiration. If that doesn't work, do a true cut biopsy, the testicle. If that doesn't work, then you want to do an open biopsy, and that's the other best way. So Esther, good morning. I saw you guys with Dr. Chafee. Awesome. We're going to be getting on together again. Looking forward to it, right? Spotting, priming. Good morning. Let's see. Alberte, good morning. Carnivore diet. Eat every 23 hours. Strict babies. Would eating very little white rice once a week be bad? A little bit of white rice with a lot of butter, that's okay. Look at a little Kiltz's ice cream with sugar is okay. Again, I stay away from brown rice. Whole wheat is deadly. A little bit of white rice once a week. Again, I'm not going to take away from you. I think, again, we're capable of taking simple sugars and converting them to fat fast, right? What for patients do you prescribe Menopur to? Iandra, anyone could use Menopur. Again, we do the low-dose HCG because it's less expensive, and Menopur is a form of LH is HCG. So I'm not sure that you need it, but it's there. Let's see. Operation Baby Human. Have you heard of micropolyps? I had 2 hysteroscopies years apart. Lining keeps coming back polyp-like, but no identifiable polyps. The stage 4 endo, excision. You have inflammation. Inflammation causes all these micropolyps. It's just simply inflammation from a plant-based diet. Get rid of the plants. You will do the very best. That's it. HCG test mid-labs. Yes, you can. Ask and it shall be given. Knock and the door shall open, right? No sperm. All right. Boris, how you doing, my friend? All right. D3K2. Hello to my friends all over the globe. We're doing this in a rockin' amazing way, right? We're doing our very best. And don't forget, check out Kiltz on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and maybe even Twitter, if it's still around, right? All right, my friends. Let's see. Moms for Gars. Awesome. Yes, you can request it. Your number to speak directly to, 315-416-9872. Put it in you save Kiltz's number. I'm off the rest of the day. I'm going to be traveling back to Syracuse. I'll be there the next week and a half, and then I'll be back in Sarasota. Currently, Dr. let's see, Dr. Banerjee, Dr. Corley. We got an amazing team. Dr. Fink and Brandis Montez is in Colorado. Great teams all over the place, right? Why it's hard to have a second child after having one a couple of years ago. Thunder Chicken 13, inflammation. See, infertility is growing and growing and growing. All diseases are growing. Infertility is just another list of diseases. That's it, right? And the cause is a plant-based low animal fat diet. And I'll give you my craziness, right? Plants are the killers. That's as simple as that. Plants are the killers. Nothing more, nothing less, right? So it's inflammation, Thunder Chicken, and that's. I know it seems crazy, but that's it, right? All right. Thanks for joining me on this quick Sunday morning in live sharing about. It's called the Fertile Fireside Chat, but my fireplace is up in Syracuse, so. All right, 315-416-9872. Save my number. Glad to chat. Glad to look at your text messages. I get to as many as I could in a day. I can only do so many in the day. That's the craziness, right? Looking at March, Sarah, absolutely. We've got new people joining us. We're waiting for all of the delivery of the equipment. More natural approach to IVF with less medications. Ohio Carnivore. Yes, yes, yes. Again, you might just do letrozole, Clomid, trigger shot, retrieve eggs. Do 10 of Clomid for 5 days plus, 10 of letrozole for 5 days, Clomid 100 for 5 days, and then add a few days of 100 units every other day of gonadotropins. Could be very helpful. Derek, broccoli sprouts kills only cancer. Broccoli is deadly, and again, I don't know that it kills only cancer cells. My bet is it might be killing every cell of her body. Broccoli is deadly. Don't touch it. Esther, love your, let's see. Thank you. We are fativores, right? Absolutely. God bless you, my friend. Let's see. What is the difference? We got that one. Barras, good morning. Sarasota's coming. And broccoli is deadly. Don't touch it, right? All right. Have you heard of micropumps? We got that one. Yes. Stop injecting me December 22nd. Am I able to do a transfer during the same? I've done a retrieval and a transfer the same cycle. I think you could do it. You might wait to the next month. But again, it can be done. You remove the tubes. You don't have the fluid going in, and if it looks good, and do a 5 to 7 days of antibiotics, maybe even the Levaquin, Flagyl, and try the diflucan too. Right, Esther, thank you so much. To Laszlo, a 30-year young, a real 30 years and one ovary, and POI, first egg retrieval, only half my follicles responded to meds. Any suggestion for changes? You might think about intrauterine and intraovarian PRP. Add some omnitropin DHEA, maybe 25, not a lot. Check a DHEA level, make sure it's not excessively high, and go carnivore. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, and salt. But again, you don't need to put any sugar in the ice cream, by the way. Thanks for joining. Again, we're missing the Kiltz's Facebook on StreamYard, so you got to come on over. Let's see, can I get on it another way? Maybe. I'm always working on ways to add something differently, right? There's a lot of different ways. What do you think about Neupogen? Oh, I like Neupogen in both stimulated cycles sometimes, but also intrauterine wash and then a sub-Q post a day of transfer a couple of days before. SHG, Andrew, how you doing today? HSG be done back to back, yes. And transferring that next, you can even do that even early in the cycle, like the first 5 days, it can be done. Hard to have a second child, inflammation, intense contractions during period, postpartum, inflammation. Stop eating plants, cereals, rice, pasta, bread, seeds, nuts. They're deadly for us. Sorry. Get rid of them. Go carnivore. That is the way. Let's see. Kiltz have his carnivore stuff. He's got a little bit. Here it is. The simple way. I got it. Do the baby's way. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, one meal a day. That's the way. It's so amazing. And we've got the new carnivore coming out in the next week or two. It should be online ASAP. Slag Sandabs. Hello, Making McCree, baby. Hello, my friend. Good morning. Carnivore keto throughout my pregnancy. Great, lots of energy. We should be doing it throughout our lives. And when your baby's born, babies breastfeed. And then they go right to the baby's way. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, and they love Kiltz's ice cream. It doesn't require any sugar. Video on broccoli sprouts. Please watch it. Related video on broccoli sprouts. I'll take a look at it. But again, there's a lot of snake oil science out there, but plants are the predators and we're the prey. Work out without carbs. You don't need glycogen. Glycogen is being made by the liver. And remember, when you take a monodiene triglyceride, you cut off the fats. You got a glycerol part, and it makes the the glycans. And every cell of your body has all the glycans you need. So glucose and glycogen is not the energy for the cell. It's part of the glycobiome and glycobiology and glycosylation. So you don't need carbs ever in the human diet. You can go your entire life without ever eating a plant-based product, but you must eat fatty meat. That's the way to heal. Absolutely. Barris, do you have a link to that? So you said there's a link out there to a broccoli sprouts video on broccoli. I'll take a look at it. Send me the link if you would. 47 years young. Let's see. Amani. Let's see. Can I have my eggs retrieved and transferred? How do I make my eggs good enough? Well, look at Kiltz's keto and family building guide, and the new carnivore guide will be out soon. And eat like a lion, not like a pig, cow, or sheep, and never give up. And you might try some Omnitrope, a little DHEA could be helpful for sure. JD, how you doing, my friend? Where are you located? I'm in upstate New York, Syracuse. Copy paste this. I will. It didn't, Barris. I didn't see it, my friend. I'll take a look. Best way to improve egg quality. Eat like a lion, eat fatty meat, and eat eggs. Absolutely. You might try a little bit of DHA and look at our ovarian bloom. Has some supplements that may be helpful in the short term for sure. Morning, Omar. How you doing, my friend? 2 fast retrievals with no eggs to make it to blast. Due day 3s. Day 2, 3, or 4, transfer. 5, 6, or 7. But if you're not making blast, do cleavage stage and don't try to push it to blast, my friend. Improve egg quality. We got that. All right. Receptiva done 7 days post ER. BC16 very high for possible endo. Can it be a false positive? Sure can be, but treat like you have endo. Laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, right? As laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, do the anti-endo treatment. Let's see, letrozole and Orilissa or letrozole Lupron for at least 2 months. That can be helpful. We're on the Fertile Fireside Chat. We're throwing the questions out there. The answers are coming fast. Be careful and be fast, right, Barris? YouTube this title. I will do that. I will look at that. DHA, researched cancer food in the world. I got it. But my bet is if you stay on broccoli, it might get the cancer cells first, but then it'll get you later. Don't do it. Of any significance or frequency. Let's see. We know, remember, most cancer drugs all come from plants. That's it. 6 months. Awesome. Beautifully, Audrey. Awesome. Is there any other way to diagnose endo besides laparoscopy? Well, you can do the Receptiva DX. There's some other diagnostics, but they're not 100%. Treat as if you have it. Look at either do the laparoscopy or do the 2 months of the anti-endo treatment. That can be helpful. Let's see. Brittany, how you doing? Why? How you doing? Handle Elizabeth. Opinion on Presimmune immunology testing. I work with Dr. Vidali, and yes, it can be insightful if you want to know that. It's not necessary because you can still treat empirically, in my opinion. Because if it says you don't have it, it's not 100%. But yes, DHEA, 48-year-old male who eats almost completely animal-based. Well, when I talk DHEA, I'm really talking about to improve women's egg quality, but men may try it also. 25 to 75 milligrams a day, but it is androgenic. Again, the guys are going to build the muscles, and the women, it may have some androgenic side effects also. But check your DHEA levels, testosterone levels that may be helpful for you. Let's see, doctors you worked with in Wisconsin. Omar, you know what? I don't have that answer, but you can text me or go to my Instagram and do an instant message. We'll take a look and see if we get that question answered for you. Okay, high cholesterol is natural and normal for all of us. We've created a science that is false. Cholesterol is what your eggs and hormones and your cells are made of. They're very critical for your body. Fat is where it's at, and cholesterol is the king. So you've been duped to believe you don't need it, right? You do need your cholesterol. Very important, and it doesn't cause any disease. Low cholesterol is deadly. Hey, Luke, how you doing, my friend? Yes, I'm down in Sarasota. I'm flying the 684 Tango Hotel back to Syracuse later today, so you might track it. All right. Let's see. DOR, Bitum 88, Banking Embryos. How many day 3 embryos do you need for one baby? One embryo for one baby. That's all you need. But the more you get, the better. You know, no one knows an answer. Is it 6, 8, or 10? Never. More is never a problem. But at some point, you gotta get off the pot, right? And you gotta put an embryo in the uterus for sure. Jeremiah Charles, DHA. I'm a 48-year-old male who eats almost completely animal-based. I'd have to look at those levels in the normal ranges of the lab you're getting. But again, I don't measure labs. How you feeling, right? Are you feeling the way you should be feeling? If you're having problems, again, a low testosterone, a low DHEA often is because you're eating a high plant-based, low animal fat diet. That's what I'd say more than anything. Some people even eat the testicles, so you might try that. But again, I'm not privy to the numbers. You got to look at your local lab, get it drawn, take a look at it, but then you're going to freak out. Oh my God, my testosterone's low or my DHEA is low. It may be the lower limits of normal, but if it's way down here, it's because you're eating plants. Go to the carnivore side and you'll feel better. Eat the organ meats, including the testicles, right? Yes. Let's see. Latavia. Hello, Mark Linner RK. Heard lap diminishes your ovarian reserve. If you cut into the ovary and you remove ovarian tissue, yes. But if you're simply just opening and draining, the laparoscopy does not do that. If you damage the ovary, you may do that, right? All right, Randy, coach, how you doing, my friend? Sandy Point Stories. When would you recommend doing an ERA? Well, you can always do the ERA. There's no harm to it. I think the biopsy is the helpful one, but you can do ERA, receptiva. You can do a laparoscopy hysteroscopy. There's so many things you can do. Which is the one, oh my God, you didn't do that? What were you thinking? You don't need to do them all, but it can be helpful for sure. All right. Any meds to prime for transfer, pending appointment for lap hysteroscopy? Well, omnitrope may be helpful. Let's see, I've got to get my brain moving. Low-dose steroids in some cases, but I work to stay away from them unless you're getting really ready for the transfer. But estrogen, progesterone, and estrase, prometrium, human growth. Some people add a little bit of Neupogen in that. You want to go carnivore for sure. And you might try the antimicrobial protocol, Levaquin, Flagyl, Valtrex, and Diflucan. And again, you need to be careful because some people get massive inflammation and bacterial overgrowth with these. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure you're taking care of yourself and eating carnivore, one meal a day. All right. Again, great. My pleasure, Doc. Oh, we're good. Barris, Jeremiah, Omar, thank you for the questions, comments. Let's see. There have been a lot of success with adding Viagra after failed transfers. Shelley, yes. Even if you have a good lining, you might think about a little bit, 25 to 50 milligrams of Viagra to help the blood flow. That might be worth. How soon post-lap can I go back to IVF? The next month or the next cycle? Arianis, what would you recommend to do differently for a new egg retrieval, someone PCOS that had 3 failed transfers and 1 miscarriage? Have you had the laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, number 1? Are you doing carnivore keto, 1 meal a day? Add the fat. That's the very best way. And look at the immune 3 and 4 protocols. Those could be helpful. Arianis Reyes, 96. And look at the family building guide and the keto guide on Amazon. And the new carnivore guide will be out very, 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 very soon. Right. What facilities can do ultrasounds in labs? Don't worry about the labs. The ultrasound is really good, but even if we get them the next day, you're okay. LabCorp does a lot of those. Talk to radiology, ultrasound facility, and your OBGYN. As long as you can get the ultrasound. And I'm asking, ask them, would you please give me the results so I can send them in? That's the very best way. All right, everyone's doing great this beautiful, amazing day. It's Sunday, the 4th. Is it the 4th still? 4th of December. Oh my God. Wow. We're just going through life so fast. So what you want to do in life is enjoy life. But again, heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine of any significance or frequency, and maybe any at all, is deadly. And I'm sorry, alcohol, drugs are not good for us. Stay away, right? Let's see. Amanda just removed some polyps and did a biopsy from last ER this Thursday. Does it take for polyps to come back? In a couple of months. So you want to think about doing your transfer as soon as possible. I say clean it out and then do the transfer. Don't wait. Don't wait for sure. Facing Destiny, 1922 LabCorp and MRI imaging centers. Let's see. Again, there's so many great places out there. Call them up. Hey, do you know someone that could do? But really, if you're in the CNY fertility community, ask around, right? Go to our website. Who can do this locally? We're really working on getting more of you giving us the information that we can share with all of you. So all of us, we're in this health and wellness community, right? Social media is social medicine, right? Where do you get your meds? Where do you get their diagnostic treatment? Where are you getting your treatments, right? It's so simple. Puppy Gaga. Good morning. How you doing? Facing Destiny. Right on. Thank you for so many questions, comments that you're bringing to this crazy, amazing journey, right? Whether you're on the carnivore side, the keto side, the Mediterranean side, the vegetarian, vegan side, we're all part of the journey, right? It doesn't matter. We're here to help you by adding fat, eating less frequently, and having a positive attitude. I'm a mom. I'm a dad. I'm a parent. Never give that up, right? All right. A mini Moomin, 67. Hello. Healthy for tomorrow. The work you do today for tomorrow will make you better today. That's it, right? Boys, good morning. The brand of prenatal vitamin is recommended. We sell a brand called Molecular Fertility. So our brand is best. There are a lot of great brands out there, right? Absolutely. Let's see. Khan, how you doing, my friends? Ne La Vita, good morning. Con Teak Surf, good morning. Boring man boy. Boring is the best way to a baby in life, right? Corey, does the brand of prenatal impact the IVF? No, I don't think so. Again, look at our nutritional solutions, Kiltz's nutritional solutions, and molecular fertility. BEBBIS Diet doing BEBBIS Diet help to reverse my autoimmune issues, including endometriosis, bloating, inflammation, painful periods, PMDD, and depression, all reversed, gone. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef. Where do I have it? Oh, right. The BEBBIS way. For all men, for all women, for all boys, for all girls, young and old, all of us, the BEBBIS way is the way. We're going to put this on a shirt. The BEBBIS way. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, and a big steak, right? Stake your life on steak, and salad is a big mistake, right? Shawana, how you doing? Is a popular Middle East dish consisting of meat cut in thin slices, stacked in a cone-like shape, and roasted on a slow-turning vertical rotisserie spit. Shawarma. Oh, it sounds good, Barris. I'm going to try it. Amanda, what results issues are we looking for in the biopsy during hysteroscopy? You want to just make sure there's no significant inflammation. Sometimes polyps, those are all indications of inflammation. And just cleaning it out will help you get a baby, right? So I would like a DNC, light DNC, just a light clean out, not heavy, by the way. Keep it light. Let's see, Scar Musgrove, how you doing, my friend? Low dose, 125. I use HCG daily for priming. Yes, a little bit of HCG can be helpful. I don't know how it all works. Just have trust and faith that it may help. Okay, low dose HCG may help for sure, and it may help by it stimulates. It may help it may help protect the glycobiome, right? And HCG again, it's part of the fertility hormones that your body makes, right? Nico, how you doing? Thank you so much, Nico. I appreciate everyone. Amanda, Jeremiah, Paris, all of you, by the way. Every single day, I'm grateful to you because I'm learning from you. You guys have taught me so much. And so I'm learning. And then I'm like, well, I never heard of that. I go look it up, read about it, do as much research as I can. As much as I can is a ton of research, right? About carbs. Do you think it is fine to eat like 50 grams carb per day, mix of fruit and white rice per day? I would not recommend it every day, Nico. I would do it maybe 1 or 2 times a day and make sure you're adding the fat. That's so critical, right? A little bit of carbs, are sugar, by the way, a little bit of white rice. Again, minimize to maximize. That's why you can do a little bit of Kiltz's ice cream or French fries dipped in sour cream and mayonnaise. And again, time to time, once a week, minimize to masterize, right? Absolutely, right? Facing Destiny, thank you for stopping in, even for a moment, Nico. Right on. All right. Alberta, what's the best way to get my electrolytes without keto powder? Listen, you don't need to focus on electrolytes, right? Eat the fatty meat. That's the master way. You can drink water. You don't need them, by the way. I say fatty meat, eat the fatty meat. I love ribeye, some bone marrow and bone broth. That can be helpful also. And eat the organ meats. That's what I think is great. I don't love coconut water. I don't think coconut water is good for us. Coconut water is mostly sugar, right? Coconut water is not carnivore. Again, I don't recommend it. A little bit from time to time, but I love my Gerolsteiner water. But again, if you just, and tap water, be careful. What's in your tap water? It's those pipes, right? Is it better to buy bottled water? I don't even know that anyone really knows that absolute answer. Let's see. Another question I have, which is extremely hard for me, is gaining weight carnivore. Well, you can try my ice cream, Nico. But again, the white rice is a simple sugar. Add a bunch of butter, like this much white rice and this much butter. Let's see, 1-to-1 butter to white rice. That may be a good way. Add the fat. That's critical, right? Let's see, grams. We got that. Thank you for being here, by the way. Appreciate you all over the globe, by the way. All over the globe, the world, the earth, the universe, right? Making Baby McCree, we love you, right? Travel safe. Thank you to my friends. Shamusk, let's see, Scar Musgrove, my pleasure. Again, and sometimes I misspeak. I might something wrong. Please forgive me. Not my intention to be incorrect. I always love being corrected. I might have misspoken. Please help me. Sandy Point Stories. Yes, I think, again, mixed message of ERA. The studies probably show the biopsy is more valuable, but if you want to do the ERA, know that number and write it down, and make sure when the nurses or the doctors or practitioners give you a time for your transfer, make sure it all adds up. My team had to do a 9 p.m. transfer because we got it wrong. So the patient kindly said, Dr. Kiltz, I think this is the wrong timing. I stopped my progesterone. So my Colorado team went in at 9 p.m. Embryology, Brandis, nursing. Thank you. Great team. Love you, by the way. Let's see. Do you think that so much fat is bad for cholesterol? No. Cholesterol and fat is what we're made of. Your hormones, your cell walls. So many parts of your body are cholesterol and fat. So my friends, they've misdirected and guided us. Eat the fat, be fit. You can eat a ton of fat, a little bit of protein, and you'll be fine. That's it. And when you eat the fat, aquapana, that's another good one here also. And I love my Topo Chico. That's another mineral water. Yes. Amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Let's see. Boy, Musgrove, Scar Musgrove. I'll get it. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it properly. These names are radical for Kiltz. All right. Luke, my friend, thank you. We're going to go flying pretty soon, my friend. Let's see. Off my diet. Listen, when you go to your doctor and you tell him this crazy Kiltz guy, right? This crazy Kiltz guy has me doing this thing called carnivore and the BEBBIS diet, right? The BEBBIS way, diets are dead, and your doctor is just going to be a friend. He's not going to be a drug dealer anymore. The diabetes is gone. Focus on eating meat, fatty meat, bacon, eggs, butter, cream, and occasionally Kiltz's ice cream. But when they tell you cholesterol is and fat is bad for you, just say, yeah, you're right. It's bad for you, doctor, because I don't need your drugs or your appointments. And I'm a doctor, by the way. So listen, I'm talking for me also, right? Let's see. That the modern science scares me. Fat is blocking my arteries. Sugar causes the damage and fat gets the blame. If you're fat and there's a famine, you're not fertilizer, but skinny is. Again, modern science is snake oil. It's mostly wrong. You don't need it, right? And we're dumping our deuterium by getting rid of the plants and eating fatty meat. Light, you see, deuterium, you want to get rid of the heavy stuff. You want to move with the light. So you want to dance and move in life, right? What is it? Fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Our good friend Muhammad Ali. Let's see, kidney stones. My stones are gone when I went carnivore because kidney stones are mostly caused by oxalates, which come in vegetables, fruits and fiber, seeds and nuts. They're deadly, right? Let's see, M. Trammell, good morning. Trey, good morning. Motion, good morning. All labs and blood work. Do I need to find my own local? And then let's see. Well, yeah, if you might need to, Jessica Schultz, check local. If we have someone, we'll get it for you. If you know someone or someone in the CNY fertile community knows it, let us know. All right. Let's see, Johnny, been having some eczema style junk in my head. I feel like it's stress, but what else? It's lean meat and plants. You must eat the fat to get rid of the eczema. It'll get better. It'll go away, right? And be careful, sexy mamas for change or mamas for change. It's that the endocrine disruptors, the plants and the deodorants and the lotions and all the stuff that we put on our body that are made from plants may be harmful in causing that also. Esther, trust the modern science, trust your body and your needs. Drink when you're thirsty and eat when you're hungry. I'm always hungry and I always love my Topo Chico. Love Topo Chico. Gerolsteiner also. We are learning, again, begin to listen, look at Laszlo Boros, all right? The university. Would you put a link to the university, Esther, please, down there so everyone has it? We want to learn. Look at Anthony Chafee did a great interview with Laszlo today. It was awesome. Deodorant anymore. I don't use deodorant either. Like I use a little bit of gel on the hair because I usually cut my hair every day, cut the face every day, and I get in my cold shower or tub. It's the very best. Meet nurse, thank you. We love the meat nurses, and we love the nurses. Thank you. Listen, none of this would be possible without nurses. Sorry, the nurses rule the place. That's it. McGray, good morning. No pepper, no pepper. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, and salt. See, excessive salt is excreted. Excess sugar is stored as fat. So fat got the blame, what sugar does, right? Let's see. Nico, be careful with the food which are high in deuterium. Right on. Heavy deuterium weigh you down, right? I'm doing an interview in about 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go have a little bit of lunch with Miss Tia and get flying back up to Syracuse. Amen. Not needed in the human body, right? But glycans are critical for the human body, but not as a consumed food. Your body makes it, and fat and protein cells contain, well, I should say, fat. All cells are made of fat. Even muscle cells are made of fat. So when you talk about protein, you're mostly getting it from the cells. The amino acids, proteins, and the sugars, glycans, come from the cells. Without sugar, we thrive even better. Carnivore behavior. We are strengthening every day. You don't need to take testosterone. You don't need to take supplements. You don't need to take all those things. Now, you may choose to, but you don't need to, right? Let's see. Red light therapy. Yes, yes, yes. Red light therapy is very good. Light therapy, sunlight. I got to put my red light here. And that's what I should be doing more of. And making sure I don't have my blue glasses on. Ben Azadi is going to be very upset at Kiltz for not wearing his protective glasses, right? Fatty steak. Johnny, Limitless Sanchez, about to, let's see how it is. Cook fatty steak for breakfast now and a couple of eggs, mucho butter. Maybe I could get Tia to make us butter, eggs, and steak. Maybe I can get Tia to make us some butter, eggs, and steak. Maybe. Or we're going out to lunch. I don't know. All right, my friends. How do baby aspirin and prednisone help you get pregnant? Well, they're supposedly anti-inflammatory. Now, I'm not sure I absolutely know that answer, but steroids are anti-inflammatory. Aspirin is anti-inflammatory. It reduces the platelet aggregation. That may be helpful. Again, ideas. We're just throwing some ideas. Modern medicine has done amazing things, but maybe what we're doing now is stepping back and asking the question, well, maybe we don't need all the modern medicine. Maybe we need to change the diet. See, the fruits and vegetable diets we're dying from. Broccoli is deadly. You want to eat steak, eggs, butter, bacon, cream. Maybe I could get some bacon and eggs this morning. We'll see. All right. High in sugar, carbohydrates, deuterium levels. Absolutely. The plants, where I got my plant book. Plants are deadly. Deadly. Just ask a doctor, when was the last time you saw a patient would die of an anaphylactic reaction to ribeye steak? Never. Chew your meat well. That's important. That's very important. Chew your meat well, right? Gary, how you doing, Gary? Let's see. Maja from Nova Scotia. My kefir this morning, but I want to try my next meal at 4. Awesome. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt. Now, kefir, again, a little bit of fermented stuff from time to time, but not all the time. McCray, good morning. Thank you. Are doing regenerative farming, right? Let's see. Carter Country Meats. Check out Carter Country Meats. Meet up. Let's see. Meet up in Florida coming up. I'm working on it. These things get a little complicated. Everyone says, well, I don't know. I'm working on it. Do I sign up for meetup in Sarasota, January? Oh, you know what? It's not happening now. It was going to be the meetup in New York, but it got canceled because I don't know. But we're working on it. These are our meetups. Maybe we'll all show up with your meat meal and we'll all sit down together and have a conversation. How did you cook your meal? Maybe we should do that. Let's see, Esther. Let's see, carbs. Kick the carbs out. Carbs out, carnivores in, right? The carbivores, see you later. But we're going to invite them back in and we're going to feed them steak, right? Fat harmful if you have a stent. Let's see, fatty meat will get rid of the sugars. In my opinion, fruits and vegetables are deadly. Fatty meat is critical for us as humans, and eat once a day or less. Fasting is lasting. 1 to 3 meals, one meal a day or less. That's it, right? IVF therapist, opulent more. Hello. How many grams of beef do you eat? I eat a fistful of meat a day on the minimum. Sometimes I go to 2 fistfuls, but usually it's a fistful of meat a day. That's it, right? I don't, let's see, kefir every day since I heard it's no. I don't recommend kefir no. Don't do it, Nico. Stay away, right? Southern Cali, I'm working on Andrea. You know I am, right? But I don't want to sell out to a venture capital company. I want to do it ourselves. Sarasota, and Sarasota. I'm praying for March 1st to the 30th. We just have to get all of our equipment. It's coming, and then staffing. It's coming. Let's see, Dowdy Jesse. Let's see, the Meshi. Why do some women lose their period before menopause? Period before menopause? You mean before like 45 to 50? Inflammation, a plant-based diet. They're eating their the plants are deadly. Plants contain the birth control pill, the abortion pill, and the kill your ovaries pill. Don't eat the plants. Get rid of them. Sarasota. Yes, we're getting there. Let's see. Melly, how you doing? How you doing? Let's see. Dowdy, awesome. Let's see. Fee Goulet, good morning. Soaking up. We're soaking up the knowledge together. But get out in the sun. Go for a walk. Enjoy the day. Enjoy life every single day, right? Lunch deli meats. Okay. I stick to mostly ribeye. I do some salami and cheeses. But every day, probably not the best. You want to, unless you're making it, but you don't need all the seasoning and no sugar. Durell, right? Let's see. Vic Torhu, yes to bone broth, bone marrow, ribeyes, and don't forget the liver, the heart, the kidneys, and the brain, right? Eat the brain, get more brains, right? Yes, stay away from plants. Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. Check out Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. Get rid of all the endocrine disruptors. Absolutely. Deuteronomics link. I have posted the Deuteronomics link. You can check it out. Fascinating lectures. You just Laszlo Boris Emeritus, professor, UCLA, Harvard, UCLA also. So we were mates back in California. 369, awesome. Quantumaste. Good morning, Gary Van. Gary Van Nugen. The fat and protein are what heals. Carbs are deadly. A fruit, fiber, vegetable, seeds and nuts, and honey do not do it of any significance or frequency. It's deadly for the human miracle machine, right? Recommend better. DOR, no signs of endo, lap, or suppressive meds. I tend to recommend the laparoscopy, hysteroscopy combined, but you at least do the hysteroscopy and then the anti-endo, antimicrobial protocol. I think that will help a lot, right? A little bit from time to time. But a little bit of heroin one time may be deadly. Don't do it. Bone marrow. Yes to bone marrow. Absolutely. Ruth from Iowa. Grain-fed meat, and they also feed the animals. Again, grass-fed free range is the best, but if you can't get anything but the grain-fed, eat it up for now, right? Grass-fed, grain finished. That's it. Pregnancy safe. You're awesome. You are awesome. I love you. All right. 1 minute. Tick, 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 tick. Right? Premature ovarian failure. Think about intra-ovarian PRP, and don't forget, go carnivore. I've seen many carnivores suddenly get pregnant, deliver a baby. Even my good friend Ken Berry, when he talks about keto and carnivore, he says, now be careful when you do this, you might get pregnant, right? Emeritus UCLA professor teaching Amsterdam. Awesome. Thumbs up to everyone. The new carnivore book is coming out online very quickly. Hopefully by next week, they're finishing up little details, but it's going to have some mistakes, but it's going to get out there because you got to just put out the imperfect because we're all imperfect. God made us that way, right, Amanda? Let's see. Again, go to drkiltz.com. We're going to put pre-orders on there, and then we're going to have it on Amazon and all over the place. Have an awesome day, my friends. God bless you. I love you. You are amazing. Thank you for joining another Fertile Fireside Chat with Dr. Rob Kiltz, CNY Fertility. You can go online and get much more information at either drkiltz.com or CNY Fertility. Take care, my friends.